guys, so we're back at the Japanese website that ranks characters. As far as I know, this is the only Japanese website that actually has like a tier list and stuff. And I actually want to see how they're ranking Merlin, because Merlin is the newest addition to the game festival-wise. I touched on these people, people's tier list quite a little while ago, and I was actually very like outraged at how weird their tier list is, but I actually do want to see what these Japanese players think of the newest Merlin festival. I think Merlin is really good. She didn't like impact the game as much as other units did, of course, because just in general, first of all, she's not very good for ungeared. In ungeared, for some reason, she just doesn't work so well. But in geared, she actually is on what I would consider to be currently the best team in the game, which is the new festival Merlin, the one Ascanor, Red Gopher, and then Goddess Liz in the back. Or you could go the opposite, where you put Ascanor in the back and Goddess in the front. Or you can instead put Merlin in the back and Goddess Liz and Ascanor there. There's a lot of ways you can mix and match that team. That team and it will work out fine. Either way you go about it, really. But I think the most optimal way is to put both Ascanor and Merlin in the front, so you have like insane DPS. And if one of your units die, then Goddess Liz comes and that revive. Having a delayed revive is actually so annoying for the enemy. But I actually want to see. So they have both the ranking of what they believe to be the best teams currently. I do believe that for the ungeared section, they have 4v4, so we're not going to touch that much on that, but Merlin wouldn't be in there probably anyways, but they have their own tier list, which that's the most interesting thing. But let's first take a look at the teams. So I believe for 4v4, that they're doing this, right? So this is a rule 44 in general. Okay. Alright, so they're probably ranking 4v4, and I'll have to highly disagree on Festival King being a top tier team for 4v4. You could win, of course, the Festival King, but currently, I've been playing 4v4, and the most overused team in the game is Assault Melee for 4v4. It's generally the best for 4v4, honestly, and if you're using Festival King and you face Assault Melee, you are going to lose. There is no single possible way you can win if you face Assault Melee. You just can't, because you're going to have to attack them, and if you attack them, you'll lose, basically. So there's no single possible way you can say King. King is an unfortunate unit right now. I want to say he's just the worst festival ever released, and he probably will go down as being the worst festival ever released. Even like Lost Vein Meliodas, which, yeah, he's not the most meta right now. He's not in, the most overused team right now, because the most overused team right now is with Merlin on geared. But on ungeared, he's still being very much used, and he's a fantastic PvE unit, while King really isn't. It's very unfortunate, because King, I've never said this on video, but if you read the manga, you might know how good King actually becomes in the latest episodes of the anime. He's been like really cool. King is in my top 3 favorite characters in the series. So, my favorite, of course, being Ascanor. But King is in my top 3 favorite characters in the series, and kind of sucks in the game. Not this version of King. The current version that we have in the anime is my favorite form for him. So hopefully we'll get that one, like as a Holy War festival or something, or maybe even a base festival in the future. That would be sick. But it's very unfortunate. King is not doing so great anymore. Yeah, he was fantastic when he came out, but what can you do? These are 4v4, and 4v4 is very strange. But yeah, Merlin. Yeah, this is like this, yeah. Merlin, Red Gopher, Goddess Liz, the one. You can do many ways. You can put the one in the front, you can put Merlin in the back. There's many ways you can do this team, honestly. But this is more for 4v4, so let's just actually go for geared. Yeah, geared. The most overused team in the game right now is this. You put, Oh, my doorbell's ringing. I'm back. I hate when my doorbell rings when I'm recording, and I don't have pants on. Had to run to find some pants, put them on, go take the delivery. Anyways, yeah, let's say Merlin, most overused. You can mix and match the team any way you want. This team is still very much used, just because a lot of people didn't summon for Merlin. If you did summon for Merlin, you're better off putting Merlin there instead of Meliodas, even if you have to take off Green Galfer. Yeah, this is pretty much correct. I guess they just put what's, you know, the most overused teams. But I would say one of the best teams that isn't here, it's just not here at all, is you put Red Galfer, Ludo, and Merlin with Goddess Liz in the back is just a fantastic team. Merlin hits so hard and is just really, really good. But so they're putting Merlin here as like the best team in the game, basically. Now let's see how their tier list is. So they're ranking the new characters. Overall rank A, PvPS. They're good for PvP. They're okay. They have literally like no use for PvE though, at least for now. Merlin S for PvP and S for PvE. Yeah, she's not very good for PvE except for Grey Demon. That's like the only thing that she's really good for. No! Overall rank C for Denzo. Damn. I mean, Denzo is very, you know, fun to use in PvE. Really, he could be a hassle to, you know, set up, but you can take down some major, like, difficult PvE activities with Denzo. Including, you know, Escanor, you know, the like Super Boss Escanor just released on Global. I took down Super Boss Escanor using Denzo. Like, Denzo is no joke. They had the previous rankings. Valencia S tier, Pog. This is their top 10 best units in the game. Green Galfer, of course, Red Galfer. Goddess Liz, that's understandable, the one. Zeldris, Tarmiel, Sauriel, Blue Lilia, Red Ariari, and Fast Meliodas. The Blue Lilia really throws me off. Why is Blue Lilia so high? Like, she's good, but her only real use currently is Super Boss. That's it, because Pierce seems dead. So, that's about it. It's just Super Boss. This is their overall tier list. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh, if I speak, this is gonna get demonetized. Jeez. Red Shin? So low? Can't take this Shin Slender. First of all, let's not ignore that Green Escanor is in the same tier as Green Merlin. Let's not ignore that. Green Merlin is so much better than every single unit in this tier. She is just head and shoulders better than Esterosin. Lilia? Even Lost Vein. The thing is that for PvP, I'll highly, say that Merlin is objectively better for PvP than Lost Vein is currently. But for PvE, Lost Vein is better. It's just Merlin for PvE, the only content you're gonna actually want to use her is for Grey Demon, because for everything else, her AoE doesn't hit hard enough that you're actually gonna use her for her AoE. You're gonna much prefer using Sauriel or Lost Vein. So it's a very strange situation that she's in. She is good for PvE, but her passive is pretty much useless for PvE, and they just have better options. But wow, blue, Green OG Valenti higher than DN. I think that the person who makes this tier list just hasn't like updated very often. Like, they maybe chuck in the new units but don't actually update old units, because they literally put DN here, right? Oh, it's in the other thing. Here. In the, like, the tier 1 best teams in the game, right? DN's here, and then For ungeared, Diane would also be here, like in tier 2, I guess. If it wasn't 44, I guess. But they're putting Diane as like very low, really, in the same tier as Red Helbram and Red, you know, Diane Matrona. I think that it's not fair for me to really rank this tier list anymore because they're clearly not updating it. But wow, I guess they do see Merlin as a good unit, but they're keeping her below like Lilia, which is very strange for me because Lilia is a good unit, but she's not really all that anymore. Lilia is just so good. Maybe just simp her very hard. It's not even like on the tier 3. Pierce sucks. Don't use Pierce. Pierce sucks. The thing with Pierce. What is this? This is geared. Lilia, Blue DML, DM, and Rugal in the back? What is this? Lilia died with Pierce, you know, for PvP. But she is decent in PvE, I guess. I don't know, this is outrageous, honestly. Merlin being the same tier as OG Valenti, when Valenti has literally no use in the game currently. Nothing. She used to be at least good for Grey Demon, but Grey Demon is so old and so easy, you don't need to like tank him anymore. You can just kill him super fast and you're good to go. As soon as Super Awakening released, it was no reason anymore to use Valenti for Grey Demon. They just don't update this. Where's Blue Dariari? I think that's about right. She's actually pretty decent. Athena is really good. I don't know why she's below Green Ascanor. Listen, Ascanor is my favorite character in the series. And I'm telling you, both base Ascanors suck these days. It's just how it is. They're old. They're old. Units, you know, get power crapped. Wow. I was actually expecting like the Japanese players, you know, or at least because I think that this ranking is maybe just one person that does it, I don't know, to have put her in like the top 10 because she is a very good unit, but I guess not. I wouldn't say Astarosa is all the way here, but anyways, that's it. This is, I guess, what Japanese players think of Merlin. She is like she's in the best team in the game, but I guess she's not good enough. Not as good as Lilia. Oh boy.